Africans and African Americans have to come together to put the pieces back together of our puzzle to understand what has happened to us. You know, we suffer from feeling that we don't belong. We don't know where we're from. That's the question you ask. Why is it so important that we know where we're from? Well, in 1985, I was in Nairobi, Kenya for the International Women's Conference, the United Nations Conference. And I was traveling with a group that had been organized by the Kellogg Foundation. So I was the only black, well, there were 2 black women, myself and another woman with this group, whole busload full of people. And we got into Nairobi early, a couple of days early, while they were just preparing to receive this international world group of women. And they had told us, the tour leaders had told us, now you have to protect yourself while you're here, and you must not go anywhere near this place called Pumwani. So we know there's always a place where they're telling folks not to go. If you're in New Orleans, it's the 9th Ward. If you're in Atlanta, it may be Buckhead. You know what I mean? You know. So I said, okay, I understood that. But I went to the university to just, you know, see what was there. And I met a young man who was a student, and he was there with his aunt. And they were there to see a play, and they invited me to go to the play with them. And so I did. And we were just having a wonderful, you know, encounter. And they invited me to go home with them. So I went the next day to their home and just had just a wonderful feeling of welcome. So for the weekend, they said, well, we're going to go visit our grandfather, and we would like for you to go with us. I said, sure. So we all pile in the car, the father, the uncle, the different ones. We're going to visit the grandfather. So I said, well, where is it? They said, Pumwani. Oh, boy. I said, oh, but I'm going anyway. Right. So when we got there, this is the largest, one of the largest slum, quote unquote, slum areas of Nairobi. And you walk through a wall and you're in this area that's separated from the rest of the city. So when we got in, we went to the grandfather's house. And for a minute, I could have been at my aunt's house or my grandmother's house. You know, old people have a culture. Right. It was hot in there and they had stuff high up on the wall. So the grandfather came in and they introduced me to him. He said, oh, you're from here? They said, no, grandfather, she's from the United States. This old man living in the poorest area of Nairobi started to cry. And he said, thank God one of our daughters has come home. Don't ever feel ashamed of what has happened to you because you have a home here. Now compare that to the educated folks who have bought into the Africans this and they don't like that, and well, I ain't left nothing in Africa. So we need to know who we are. We need to know who the African people are, and studying together, using our language, recovering our culture, that's what I'm passionate about.